Parenting goes a little bit too far. Stephen A. Smith is making the big Zalas. Plus, Instagram has a new feature that we think you'll like. All that and more. You've just logged on to Black Twitter.
You're tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
Hey.
Whoa. Hey, and we back again.
Hey.
Just to my sis shoulders off. What's up?
Oh.
I got you happy.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
We have to show out.
No, we absolutely have to. Every single time because it's Black Twitter, so you know where it's at with it. But before we begin, my name is Rocky Harris, and to my left.
What's up? I'm Jamie Gray.
Hey guys, I'm Sierra Stafford.
What's up, y'all? It's the only man on the panel, your boy Jay Lamar.
You know, and we love him just for that reason.
Period.
We know, absolutely.
Period.
But no, we're back. This is episode 14. How's it going? How's you guys' weekends?
This weekend or next
This past weekend? Wait. Listen, Sierra said I'm booked and dizzy, okay?
No, last week it was cool. It was chill.
Okay.
It was a bit. It went so fast.
Yeah, it really
so
went fast. It don't feel like Monday.
Yeah, it's Veterans Day today, so, you know.
Shout out to all the veterans.
I hope y'all resting and cool, you know, zooing it like y'all should zoo it.
Shout out Granddaddy. Thank you for serving.
Okay,
Yes,
come on.
thank you.
Listen, you know, I wish we had the day off, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I know.
absolutely.
We chasing these dreams, baby.
Period. These checks.
That's all we can do.
Okay.
That's all.
You have
That's all
to
we
keep it
can do.
going.
Yes.
The bills don't stop, so we won't either.
Oh, come on.
Period.
Got to got to do the step. You know what else is not stopping is T.I.'s mouth because he is checking out his daughter when they go to the gynecologist. But Jamie's going to tell us all about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so T.I., I don't know what's going on. I used to have the biggest crush on him, but I'm disgusted. Middle school, T.I. was everything.
He was that man.
But right now,
Paper trail
Especially
T.I.
ATL, honey. New
Yes.
couldn't handle it.
Thank you. Clifford Harris was mine. But now, okay, speaking of Clifford Harris, he's just doing a lot with his daughter, Deja. He was on the Ladies Like Us podcast with Nazanin Mondi and Nadia Moham. You might know Nazanin, who is Miguel's wife. Mm-hmm. She's also a singer herself. She was also on that TLC show that was back on UPN back in the day when they were trying to find that third member.
Oh, wow.
Y'all remember?
She was trying to be the third member.
Yeah, remember? It was on UT. It was Are You the One with T-Boz and Chili.
Oh, I
she was
remember
on
that.
the show.
Really?
That's a throwback. Yes.
I didn't know that.
But anyway, back to T.I. So they have their Nazanin and Nadia, they have their podcast called Ladies Like Us. And while on the show, he was saying that he takes Deja to the gynecologist every year just to make sure that her hymen is intact. And he's been doing this for the past 2 years. Since she was 16, she is now 18. And so he says that the doctor even stated, that the hymen can be broken from bicycle riding, horseback riding, but he says he insists, and they said that he wants the results expeditiously. So the hosts were laughing, all giggles, he, and social media was in a roar about it.
Absolutely.
So I want to know you guys' thoughts. Do you feel like T.I. was, joking, or do you feel like he's just legit an overprotective dad?
I don't have a frontal hymen. So I don't think that I would, if I had one, I wouldn't want my dad or either one of my parents coming to the gynecologist with me at 18 years old to discover the fact that I'm a virgin or not. I mean, I'm sure that statistics show that majority of people lose their virginity, between 16 and 18.
Yeah.
So at 18 years old, she's a full-grown woman.
Okay.
Legally can go out here and get married. She's beautiful. She can go out here and get married and live her own life. I think that it just shows that he wants to control her as much as possible. It's kind of creepy to think that your father is that involved with your genital
Reproductive organs.
Yeah. And then his other son, that's King, he doesn't care that he lost his virginity at 13 or 14.
Oh, he's
The
proud.
double standards.
I was just going to say, that's a double standard, because even when I was growing up, my mom even said my brother may get it less harsh than what I got because I'm a girl.
Yeah.
And we got to... I don't know what the double
extra.
standard is, but it's a double standard there. But to your point about how, he's invading her privacy, I feel like, for one, I'm not surprised because it's T.I. I just get that vibe from him. Like, he's a great father, don't get me wrong. But, I got the vibe. But two, also as well, like you said, a hymen can be broken from anything.
A lot.
And two, that's kind of like asking the question when you go to the doctor. They say, "Are you having sex?" And your parents in the room, and you're like, no. But because it's awkward, so it's like if we lie about that, of course I can just she probably has sex. I'm gonna be honest, we don't know,
right?
And so it's like, how does he know? And he knows like the hymen doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah.
She could be already doing it, and you're just doing too much. So I mean,
Well, I mean, she could have done oral. anal, like so many other different things she could have explored.
Yeah,
Right.
I just think
regardless, it's just too much.
Yeah,
very too much.
I just think it's just weird. I feel like men oftentimes police women's bodies a little bit too much. Not even too much, just all the time. Just when you just don't need to. It's not your body, so it's not your business.
And she's too old, 18.
Well, and that's my thing.
That's
It's like
great.
it's nothing wrong. Because I feel like the people that were like that were supporting T.I. were mostly men, and they were saying like, oh well, I mean y'all just hoes out here. Y'all just didn't have good fathers. And I'm like, my father was a great father, and he never went into no
That just shows how
with me.
men just talk out the side of their neck. What are you saying?
Saying
I
like,
think that if I had when I have a daughter, I think that at 16 I'll ask. But like at 18, it's really like none of my business. I feel like I've taught you enough.
if you stand in my house,
And honestly, though, if my dad were to ever ask me if I was a virgin, like back when I was 16, I probably would have been upset back then because it's still none of your business.
At 16?
Go get my pads and bring them back.
Just asking you though.
At 16?
Yeah, why are you asking me that? It's not like my dad.
oh Jamie, you know.
If it was my mom, sure, but my dad, like, why would you ask me that?
Okay, I'm be honest. I have a stepfather and have a real father. None of them has asked am I a virgin, but they know they ain't stupid. Like,
Right, they know, but why are you gonna ask me?
my parents think
That's too invasive to me.
My parents never had to ask me. I think my mom, like, she just knew, like, she was just like, she said I know my child. So
right, absolutely.
she didn't have to ask. So I mean, this was for him to even do this. Go to the doctor with you and do the whole 9. It's like, okay,
and it's just
Her
weird.
mother.
to
It was
even
weird. My
boast
mom
about
never
it.
really had. My it's 4 of us, for all boys. So my mother never really had the conversation with us regarding like sex. Our older cousins did, uncles and stuff did, but like I guess because we're men. But like my mom never really had that conversation. But if she had asked, I was about to tell her a story. But when I reached puberty, like I told my mom.
Really?
Yeah. Me and my
Because
mama.
you a guy.
Right.
like
That's
it's
'cause you a guy.
different.
Yeah, it is
but
that very different.
But I'm sure when y'all got y'all menstrual periods, y'all told y'all mom.
That's different.
But that's
No,
not
that's
the same
different.
as
But
that's
that's
not
y'all stepping into
Well,
Let me say
That's stepping into puberty, right?
Let me say this. No,
No,
because like
definitely
you can, people. There are young girls who reach their period like around 9. So you know, granted, they're different ages
Yeah.
to lose it. But I will say this: a lot of times there's like levels to periods with women. You usually start off with pads, and then you might upgrade to tampons. So usually when you start using the tampons, that's when they know because it's a different
I was gonna
method.
say because my dad used to be like, you ain't wearing no tampon.
Oh, and that's when my dad found out. I remember we were in CVS and he was like, that means you're not a virgin anymore. And it was awkward, but I didn't care.
Not necessarily. Because I know virgins who use tampons.
Did the conversation stop there or did it continue?
I didn't, it just stopped there. Like I
my
said, I'm
parents
very
never-
I
like,
didn't think about. I don't know
I'm
when I
grown.
started using it. I just started using it.
I was like 18.
Yeah, no, I've just never been a fan of tampons, but that's a whole nother.
The cup is the way to go. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're gonna get into some lady, you know.
I don't know nothing about this.
It's
We done got
you
all
have
the
a
daughters,
daughter,
so
so you need to
I don't have
find out.
I don't have no sisters. I don't know nothing
None
about
of my
this.
business.
no,
But you
y'all
guys-
like next.
Right, and
Really quick, I just want to say
Yes.
though, because Planned Parenthood had a lot to say too, and they just said you can't tell if someone is has had sex if they're by the way that their hymen feels. Okay,
Yes.
all those claps, and so also Nazanin and Nadia did apologize as well.
I was disappointed in them. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, they
Yes.
actually deleted the episode, and so here was their
wow.
apology that they posted on Instagram. They said, to everyone confused, angry, and hurt by the recent episode of Ladies Like Us, we want to start off by saying that we sincerely apologize for our knee-jerk reaction to the uncomfortable topic. We were completely caught off guard, shocked, and looking back, we should have reacted much differently in the moment. And I mean, they were laughing and they were kind of egging on the situation.
because so many women, I feel like, are afraid to stand up to men, especially men
Yeah.
of power like T.I., and they have some type of influence in hip hop. Like, I don't like, even to me, period. I feel like T.I. steps out of his comfort level with people oftentimes, because even with, I forget who it was, but the black Republican young millennial woman that was on a panel with him, and he cut her off. He, to me, and I feel like a lot of men just in general have a toxic masculinity mindset when it comes to women, period.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very
I can see
telling.
that.
And
I
it's
see
just
that.
like, I agree, like with him on the panel, she may be talking some crazy stuff, but let her speak. You don't speak over people as if they're not another person just like you. And just like with this, another woman, your own daughter, you are policing her, having control over her, and also too, blasting her information out into the world.
And she's
like,
so
that's what I
and
was
she
waiting
unliked,
for.
she unfollowed him. Like, and I don't blame, I was seriously,
Oh, she's mad.
I don't blame,
I would
yeah.
be too.
Wait, I didn't know this part.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
she unfollowed
embarrassing.
I'm
him.
glad though, because I told you guys, like, I'm more exposed for her, because it's like you put all my
Yeah.
personal business out there.
Yeah.
I probably don't already like that we doing it in the first place. Now the whole world knows we're doing it, so Dang, Deja, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't know
weirdo.
that. I'm
So I want to
sorry.
hear, did he do that with his the
I'm
oldest
sure he
daughter?
did.
Zanique,
Oh,
no.
Zanique.
No, well, Zanique is not biologically his, so I feel
Right.
like he.
But I don't think he treats her. I don't see him treating her any different.
Definitely not. But I still feel
But
like
it would be weird. It would be more weird.
It would be
if he
different.
was-
stepchild.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think her biological father's in her life.
Oh,
Yeah, he is.
right,
Yes, he
and
is.
not for none.
And
Okay.
so if that's the case, definitely not. Please no.
Like, and that's just weird. It's just weird. I feel like you should talk to your kids, educate them. My dad said, look, I can't stop anything that you do. I can only do what I'm supposed to do as a dad to protect
Exactly.
you. When you get to college, that's when I'm saying green light, do what you want.
Yeah.
Right.
But in my house, keep it copacetic. Ain't nobody got time.
That's a way. What he's doing is not teaching her that her body is hers.
Exactly.
It's almost like she's enslaved
absolutely
within him, and he's like, I own you until I pass you on to the next man that's going to take care of
absolutely.
you.
And others
And that's
even-
kind of like, that's
Absolutely.
scary.
It is.
Because I'm not teaching my daughter how to be independent, make choices, make mistakes, make things happen for herself.
Period.
I'm making you rely on me, and that's scary because it's like, okay, once you get married, I'm going to pass you to this man. Now you belong to him.
Right.
Right, and look at how he treats Tiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it right there.
Really get into
that's
it.
that on
All
that.
right, all right, period. All right.
I wonder what her mom thinks of it, though.
I wonder what anybody close to them thinks of it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's happening, okay, her mom must be okay with it. I mean,
It's just weird. All of it's just weird.
Yeah.
I would have not even felt comfortable even saying that on air. Like,
Right.
some stuff just should
it
be
went too far.
private.
because he's like, I don't go in there and check. You might as well go in there and look up her cat. Like, you doing too much.
like that.
For
I
real.
don't like that.
Period.
I'm really sorry to Deja though.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But we have
She's a
a
whole grown woman. At the end of the day.
listen.
That's it.
But we have an amazing show for y'all as always, like crazy topics. And we have our signature segments, retweet or delete, and we have topic of the week. But we have to get into our second topic, which is the Clark Atlanta shooting, which is just,
Terrible.
crazy. But
Terrible.
Jay Lamar, tell us all about it.
So 21-year-old Clark Atlanta senior Alexis Crawford went missing on October 30th. 3 days later, her body was found in a park outside of Atlanta in Decatur, Georgia. And it said that she died of suffocation. Her roommate, Jordan Jones, and Jordan Jones' boyfriend, Byron Brantley, have been charged with premeditated murder of Alexis Crawford. Now, 3 days prior, when she went missing, Jordan, the roommate, actually told the police that she hadn't seen her. The last time she seen her, she took her to a liquor store. And once they got back from the liquor store, they both went into their separate rooms. She woke up the next day, door was locked, and she hadn't heard from her since.
That is crazy.
Now, let's backtrack. So on October the 27th, 3 days before she was claimed missing, she filed a police report against Jordan Jones' boyfriend, Byron. She said that he had sexually assaulted her in the bathroom of their home. And so then 3 days later, she went missing. Then 3 days after that, her body was found. It's a very interesting situation because Jordan Jones is known as her best friend. She went home with her for the holidays. They spent a lot of time together. I think I have a picture of her and like a group of friends.
And they are
Like,
together.
The couple, they're a couple.
boyfriend.
And so
girlfriend,
she
yeah.
lied for him.
Something
Right.
happened.
Right.
Yeah.
In the entire situation. They said the story, they haven't published exactly the story, but one of them actually led the police to her body. And they haven't said which one of the couple led them to the body, but one of them. I'm thinking it was Jordan. Looking at her Twitter and her Instagram, she didn't seem like a bad person.
Of course not.
So it's like she got wrapped up in the wrong
it.
things. She was also a Clark Atlanta senior. I couldn't find that much information on the boyfriend. They didn't say he was a college student or anything like that, but it seems like she got wrapped up in the wrong thing. So what do you guys think about this particular situation?
I have a question really fast. Did they kill her together, or was
That's-
it
we don't
him and
know.
that she's helping
They
cover
haven't.
it up?
They haven't said
Okay,
it yet.
okay.
They said they haven't said it yet. They said
But
that
she's the one that lied and said that she hadn't seen her.
she's the
Which
one that said
makes
that.
Yeah,
she
I seen.
hadn't
involved.
I seen the post too that they screenshotted the post. They always finding it, and she was basically like, that's my friend. We gotta find her. Like basically playing the whole victim card. So she was really going along with the plot.
her
which is the
Instagram
scary part.
posts, the last 5 posts were her saying that my roommate is missing.
yeah.
If you guys see her, please help us find her. So it's kind of like
Listen.
it's weird. I mean, it could be a situation to where he did kill her and then he told her and then she led the police to the body. We don't know.
Right. There's no
it's just
solid
sad
details.
to say that these 3 young black people, all of their lives
At a HBCU?
one life ended, 2 other lives are ending as well.
Right.
It's a sad situation. I feel so bad for Alexis Crawford family. She's from, I think, a little small town, I think near Macon, Georgia. Her father is in law enforcement as well.
Ooh.
So this was really, really tough.
Oh, he gonna get down to it.
Oh well, yeah, they gone for good. It's just sad because no, seriously, but it's just sad because everyone's saying too, well, you shouldn't trust your friends and you need to watch your friends, and people are saying, stop making the joke. This little girl just lost her life.
Yes,
it's not about. I mean, of course, it's kind of sad because your friend did this to you, but it's like be sympathetic to the fact of what just happened, and I feel like it was one of those cases where. And I don't want to paint this picture because we don't know the picture, but, he probably did something to her. The friend came to her, and she was like, no, he didn't. That's my boyfriend. Right. Trying to defend him, flipped the role, and she was like, forget her. Let's get you whatever the case had been. So, we don't know, but it's just sad that regardless, and I feel like as a friend, if my friend says your boyfriend did this, I will hope that you would trust that I'm not making this up. Or that
Right.
I hate the fact, knowing that after reading and learning that her father was in law enforcement, I'm upset that she didn't call him and he come down to Clark Atlanta and he handled it or whatever the case may be.
But
we never know.
Yeah, but you never know.
The reason why I think that she may not have gone to her dad is because that's her dad. That's her parent. I can't imagine a girl going to her dad like, hey, someone just assaulted me.
Well, yeah, true.
That's like a rarity, It already takes sometimes years for
she
people
had
to
the
come
common
out.
sense enough to go and file the police report and stuff like that.
Yeah, to someone she doesn't know. It's something that's still vulnerable. And also, I mean, look what happened. I think similar to what Sierra was saying, maybe she did try to tell the roommate and maybe the roommate did not believe her. Or she was like, oh, no, he would never want you. But I think it was more so the boyfriend who took matters into his own hands.
Absolutely.
And maybe the girl felt like she couldn't control her boyfriend. A lot of these girls are in relationships with guys they have no business being in a relationship with. Men get defensive once they're accused, and they go off the handle and they try to handle it themselves. And when I looked at the picture of Alexis with that group of girls, just from the outside looking in, she doesn't look like she fits in with them. It reminds me of like that typical college story, where there's a group of girls and there's always that one oddball who doesn't quite fit in and she does her best. And it's like, are those really your are those really your friends?
Yeah.
No, seriously, I didn't think nobody else would get that vibe, but I got the same exact vibe when I looked at the picture.
Like, and not even just like looks wise
really
or
friends?
color.
But just in
Her
general.
demeanor, like she just doesn't. It doesn't
You
look
can
like
just tell.
she
You just can
fits.
tell.
Well, I mean, all of us being, college graduates, we all know that once we're dropped off on that college campus, we're trying to figure it out. Those college years are really meant for us to kind of figure out who we are. So I know a lot of times, I was in like several college friend circles. I was like, oh, this ain't it. Let me go to this one.
No,
this one, and try to figure it out,
See, I was
tough.
Well, luckily for me, I went into school with people I knew. Luckily,
yes.
even
Oh,
then,
really?
even then, we still maneuvered and But
I was dropped from Missouri to Chicago, and it was just like, okay. And I went to my weeks of welcome. I was in the library reading books, being a loser. But no, I know it was my college experience wasn't as because I really was to myself. I've always just really been to myself. So, but my parents were just crazy though when I went to college and was worried about stuff like this happening, like who you hanging out with,
right?
Because and sometimes you just never know. Like a lot of these situations, like rape culture is in college. So I mean, not saying that is what happened, but this kind of does give me that like vibe.
And
I can't wait to get the full story because I think we all have a way more questions
a lot of
than
questions.
this.
Yeah,
and I'm tired of Twitter. You know how Twitter does. I'm tired of them taking the story and painting a picture of it. We don't know what happened, guys.
Right.
Just let them tell us.
This is one of the most sentimental tweets that I found. Let's take it to Black Twitter. Kataria Mitchell says, "Women everywhere, Black women especially. Each of us should be feeling something right now. Something in our heart should be throbbing. Hurt, pain, awareness, shock, truth. Something should trigger when you hear her name. Alexis Crawford." And I mean, it's a scary situation. I was just thinking about, for me, luckily, like as a college roommate, I was roommates with my brother. And I didn't want to be nobody else's roommate but my brother's. Just hearing his story and the stuff that he went through because, when you put in rooms with people you don't know, like they bring people back to the house. And it's like you have to like constantly be aware.
And people are crazy.
And people are
they
crazy.
really are.
So here she is probably sleeping in her bed, after the situation, go to bed,
Right.
then lock her door, and he comes in there because he's welcoming their home. That's probably his girlfriend.
Right.
So it's like you never
And you really don't know how to
so
set
many-
boundaries at that age sometimes.
You
I think
don't.
that's
Oh,
your
yeah.
first time.
Or
yeah.
make them.
And what if she could be timid, she could be really assertive herself, but we don't know. But maybe in that situation, you know, maybe he read into something too deeply and felt the need to make his own move, and she maybe didn't like it because there's levels to, you know, what
Harassment
assault
is,
and harassment.
Well, she said
is.
that they both were drunk, and he made his way into. She was in the bathroom, and he came.
Yeah, and see, a lot of times men don't realize that, like, if a woman is drunk, that's still on you, you know, so you have to be careful. And so he probably didn't want to take the responsibility, and he was like, no, this is serious, especially with all the Me Too. Men get so defensive that they're like, you know,
But
F
it's just
you.
that, but you would think, I guess if I was a dude, and even my dad, he said, I never was messing with girls like that because I knew I ain't got time for no type of hang up.
And you would think you
For
would
real.
want a consequence like
Right,
that.
exactly. Even if you was having whatever type of urge you feeling, like, in my mind, I'd be like, man, I'm gonna go to jail. And then somebody gonna really
Get it
get me in
together.
jail because,
Right.
homeboy, like, if it come out like that, I mean, you got some trouble.
It's just a sad situation because to me, seemingly this could have all been avoided.
Yeah,
like she
absolutely.
went down there, she did the proper protocols
Right.
by filing the case. No charges have been brought up on him yet. So what made him sit there and like, I need to murder her, I need to get rid of her? That ain't gonna solve the issue.
Right.
It's made it worse.
It just made it worse. It's a
Wasn't
sad
thinking.
situation.
Wasn't thinking.
Right, absolutely.
Well, now he gonna have plenty of time to think.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely
Yeah.
think Jordan, from the looks of her, she looks like she has had like a good life.
Right.
So
Right.
I 9 times out of 10, she about to turn on him real quick.
And sometimes
Oh
some
wow,
types
you
of
think
girls.
I didn't think that far.
Yeah.
Oh, I think looking at her Instagram and stuff like that, she pretty
How
girl
did you see
haircut.
it?
Yeah, 'cause
Her
it was
page is
private
not
for me.
private. Yeah, her
So
page
people
is
was
not
posting
private.
like some of the pictures of her Instagram on. Did you see the pictures that they posted of her Instagram?
No, I didn't.
She just turned 21. She was taking all these pictures.
So young.
Yeah, she was young.
Oh well, yeah, they're in college, so I knew it was. That's just sad.
It
Life
really
is
is.
gone.
Yeah, like
Over a boy.
Over a boy. Like, needless to say, girl, you gonna still do 25 at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. And then you a senior. Woo, you was almost there, girl.
Yeah.
Both
All
of
that
them.
for nothing.
Both of them.
Yeah.
HBCU, y'all about to be HBCU graduates.
I know, and
Yeah.
now
The sky's the
Clark
limit.
Atlanta, I feel bad for Clark Atlanta too, because I mean, it sucks that, I mean, they
It's
should be
attached
happy.
to their name.
Well, and then, I mean, exactly, and I just feel like, I hope that they make this a movement in some sort of way around
Yeah.
the campus, you know, like if you have this type of situation
Yeah.
happening, be more alert, you know.
Rather
but
than sweeping it under the rug, because sometimes schools do that too.
USC.
Hampton, and that's my alma mater, but there was someone who had drowned in a pool, and they tried to sweep it under the rug. Yeah, and it was so crazy.
I don't think they'll sweep it under the rug. After watching some of the news stories, the student body president of CAU, he actually spoke out, and he said that there's so many unanswered questions, but a lot of the students are coming together like, well, we need to figure out how to make this not happen again.
Right.
So I think that it has their brains moving, which is a good thing. So prayerfully, justice is served for Alexis.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
sure the
absolutely.
student's not gonna stop, even if the administration does. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so we have this is gonna be a good one. I'm really excited to see what you guys think about this. But a mother, you know, is under investigation because she was beating her child at school, but it was recorded. But Sierra's gonna tell us all about it.
Yes, guys. So I don't know if you've seen the video of this beating, but it started from the cafeteria leading all the way to outside. So if you don't know, a mother got a call and her little son was being bad in the classroom, I guess. So she took it upon herself to come to the class or come to the school and give him a whooping. Now, if you're black, you've seen this happen, or you probably experienced this happening. You get whooped, your mama beat you, no matter where you are, who watching, you're getting it if you're acting up. But the reason why it was controversial is because, you know, she was yanking him and calling him the N-word. He was screaming and cussing in his face. It was just a little bit too much. So although we may get why she was punishing him, it was just a bit too much. So now people are saying, you know, she need to go to jail. CPS is trying to get involved. It's just a lot of...
And she has like what, four of the kids.
Yeah, it's just a lot going on. And in the video, you also see the teacher and the principal in the back just watching. So they're probably like, "Oh my
The
gosh."
teacher was crying. She had tears coming down her face.
They
I
said,
didn't
they
see
said
that.
the reaction from the principal and the teacher, they were like, kind of like, okay, you handle it, you know? So I feel like the school's gonna turn on her. When watching the video, I'm like, is the school gonna try to, you know, get on her now, or is it gonna flip the script? But what do you guys think? Because if you grew up in a black home, you get whoopings like that.
Yeah, I got switched. Okay,
You
we
get
had to pick
targeted.
out
Yeah,
our own
belts.
switch.
Yeah.
But
And
coming to the school though, like I've
Oh,
had
no.
in
Yes.
high school,
No.
my friend's mother came in high school.
Sierra, listen.
Whatever it takes.
Listen, and okay, and this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a lot of kids that's real wild and acting up crazy, and then you wonder why. And it's sometimes you just gotta take something to their behind. I'm not saying every single time, and no, I do not condone calling a child the N-word.
Especially not in front of white people. I'm sorry.
Like that's not some
ammunition.
Yes. But I am a fan of if you act up, that's where I'm gonna jack you up. That is me. If you act up in class, I'm gonna embarrass you in class. Yeah. But that is my mindset. But I understand. I would not record it. I would not have called him, cussed at him, done all that. But you probably would have got swatched.
I think for this particular situation, I think the most embarrassing moment for her as a mother, I think that was her calling him, you little N.
Right, that was too much.
I think that was too much.
But I know real life people like that.
Now, as an adult, I've seen, now I see some grown women go toe-to-toe with their son as an adult. Now, that's different because I punch my son in the chest too. But
I don't think that her punishment should be more so counseling. Let's let's teach you how to navigate through raising these children. Not jail or anything like that. Why would you put her kids in the system?
Right, exactly.
Apparently, she's a good mom because she could have left them up there acting a fool.
That's what I'm saying.
I disagree. Sorry, I gotta chime in because I see that
Jamie
you all
never
agree.
agrees with us, guys.
That's not true. It's just I feel like in this situation.
What don't you agree with?
Well, let me just start here. First of all, who was recording this? Was this a friend?
It was a friend because a friend was telling her, "Girl, follow me," or "Girl, you going too fast. Slow down, girl."
Okay, so that in itself, the fact that this mother feels like it's okay to record this, to post to where? To social media to show how you beat your son's ass. I don't understand why parents feel the need to go that far. To me, that shows that she has personal problems at home. Imagine what she does behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. And I think that I get it. We were all beat. I had the welt belt, the other belt. Like we had belts for different things that would cause certain reactions. Okay. But do I think that I would beat my kids with a belt too? I want to discipline them. Maybe I might, whip them with a hand, whatever. I don't know just yet. But that does not mean I want to take everything that my parents did and have that trickle down, as like a hand-me-down. I don't think it's right. I think that some people treat dogs better than they do their kids as far as beating them and behavior. Reward good behavior. I feel like he's acting out, and typically kids act out because of what's happening at home. Yeah. I've worked with kids. I still work with kids, and I see it all the time. It's really sad. Yeah. And I'll just give another example. So just to make it a little more personal, my upstairs neighbors, I've been hearing them yell and scream for over a year now. Mm-hmm. And maybe you guys have heard me talk about it randomly, but it's to the point where it's woken me up in the morning, and it happened today. And so I called security, and I'm like, do something, or I'm literally about to call CPS. And I am that person because I know the difference between a beating and then going overboard. Like she cusses him out. She's shoving and pushing, saying, stop hitting me.
Him
6 in the morning. Yeah. So it's like, I'm sorry. Something needs to be done. And to me, that wasn't normal. All up in his face, like cussing him out.
No, that was extreme. That was extreme.
Yeah, no, we agree with the whipping part, but like we said, it was extreme. So we don't agree with the extremity of it.
With the verbal abuse.
Exactly.
I think she could have stopped. She could have stopped at the dialogue in his face, or you could have got down to his level. And
yanking him,
and say when you get home,
just not with this.
And to be embarrassed about all those white kids, it's like that's not the way. And I don't think it made her look bad. I don't think it made black people. I think it made her look bad and made black people, made people give us the side eye even more.
I feel like if she could have conducted herself in a different way, yoking him up. Like that one yoke was good enough. Take him outside, have the conversation. When you get home, because
exactly.
You got raising young black men in this society and making sure they're on the right path is a crucial job.
And I don't want them resenting black women like they already do, because look at that. That could be one of the main reasons. Like, black women are aggressive, they yell.
But that's the thing is, but black men need to understand that that's a different. You can't always blame the black woman for that. Where's your black father at? Mm-hmm. To be honest, like if that's the thing is, we got to be a little bit further of a step, because whoever's creating that narrative is a part of that group. So if you're saying, black women are this, and because my mother was the only person that gave a damn to discipline me, because no one else was there.
And I get that too, but that's also such a similar narrative of, single black homes. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
I feel like stop stop creating that narrative for yourself as a person who maybe grew up in a single house, like, oh, because of this is why I am the way I am. We're all the way we are because of something. So many people grow up without a father, and so it's like we have to find a way to move past that and move forward. And that woman needs help. Like, if you don't get help yourself, you're going to continue to have a broken family.
I think she needs a better way of disciplling him.
Right.
Like and herself. That woman looks crazy.
Okay, she didn't look put together, but
she's a rat. She's a gutter rat. Whatever.
No, she's like a distraught mother. Just imagine, like, if you said she had 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? And this one just can't get
why.
right.
Why do you have 4 kids?
No, you can't control that.
Hold on, but Jamie, listen though. You already know. Hold on. Let's be real. We got to be real right now.
All right.
If you look at the video, not to be I'm black, so I'm not being a stereotype or nothing like that. We can tell what kind of background, what type of lifestyle she is, okay? And it's probably ghetto. Okay, let's just keep it a stack.
Like my cousin.
So, oh gosh. Okay, so with that being said, I wasn't surprised at the type, and I'm just being honest. I wasn't surprised at the type of how she was acting, how she was dressing. It was sad, yes. It's not approvable, no. But it's like, I mean, that's all she knows. That's all she knows.
He's gonna look back at that video. I feel like he'll look back at that video and say, probably my mother did the best that she knew how to do.
And
it's not right.
It was normal. My mama beat my ass.
No, I
don't. Not to say it was normal.
I think it's not normal.
I think that, like you said, Jay Lamar, there is a difference between raising a black child and every other child. And I'll even say I know some of my Latino friends, they tell me, like, my mom is hard on me too, because you have to inflict a certain message in a person of color quicker than you do a white kid. They don't have the same type of situations.
Men.
No, but I mean, period though. I mean, we got what's her name, Alexis? That all of these situations that are happening to us are specific to black people. There are issues that we have in our community that other people do not. Absolutely. So unfortunately, and a lot of it does go back to slavery, where it comes to I'm popping you if I see you reading, because I know what's going to happen to you if they see you reading. You could die. Sometimes the message has to be quick like that, because who knows, that could be the make or break moment between him doing something crazier when he gets older. Absolutely. We don't know. Do I think that it was okay for her to talk the way that she did? No. But at the same time, I'm okay about.
We all can agree that she should have handled it less aggressively. He could have still gotten a beating after school, but less aggressively. Yes, we all agree on that.
I want to say this. I think that she's a mother that loves her child.
Yes,
because she
really showed up.
But if y'all notice, when she walked into that cafeteria, what did that boy do? He ran up to, mommy.
Right.
So he has some type of love for his mom, and she has some type of love towards him.
That's how kids are.
No. Abused children are not like that.
But all of a sudden, I got beat with a belt.
I'm sorry, but kids are smart. Okay. Well,
no, kids get upset all the time. I can have my niece will get upset at me, and then all of a sudden she's hugging me. That is how kids are. Come on, kids have a
have you ever got a whooping for your mother, and she try to come in and be a friend afterwards? Now you may be still sorry for the whooping, but you gonna eventually let it go, right?
Right. That's what that kid did. Yeah.
But no, that's what I'm saying. That shows that she's not a bad mom.
Yeah,
she's
not a bad child.
People like their abusers. People like their abusers too.
That's a fact. But just like T.I., T.I.'s not a bad father. He made a bad choice.
No,
don't victims sometimes go back to their abusers, whether it's physical abuse or sexual abuse. Sometimes it's a cycle.
Let's round it about to this particular situation. I think for this particular situation, she just handled it verbally. She handled it wrong. Yes. She did too much.
And being recorded, period, was just weird. Like, you know, listen, why are we recording?
I want to know.
Just like people that cut off their kids' hair like halfway to embarrass them because they did something bad.
But that's the thing, though. That's the line of abuse. We need to distinguish what is abuse and what is parenting, because this was the parenting style that I grew up with. I was picking out my own switches, and I love my parents dearly. Okay, I was on FaceTime with him all day.
Okay, we got to tweet real fast too, because it kind of ties in what we're talking about or what our opinions are. So Jenny KW says kids don't just be bad and need a whooping. To set them straight, they are kids. No, to set them straight. They are kids. They pick and learn behaviors from their environment. They don't know right and wrong. They only know what they see and are exposed to. A lifestyle change is necessary, and it isn't his responsibility. So, I mean, I guess she's kind of backing up the whole narrative. I mean, it's his mom, how she was, just...
Parents do better. Your kids are gonna grow up to be like you, so you have to do better. You have to do the personal work. Exactly. And so if you feel like you want to release your anger on your child that you raise, be my guest. But just remember that is a product of you. So
you might get a bop.
But
I'm not saying you can't.
I think she's trying to make him better than her. Though.
She needs to make herself better. You gotta start with yourself.
I think she could be better to, like we said, the whole character of I purposely brought my family to record this. That's not
weirdo.
Cute. That's not. I'm sure none of our parents might have beat us, but then if it's hey girl, come when you record Sierra,
no weird stuff. And then I've been seeing parents nowadays that be just posting every little thing that they kids do, and it's just like that's weird.
So, I definitely agree with that.
Goofy.
I would talk to my mom about like, remember when you whooped me? My mom be like, I never whooped you.
Who's your mom saying that? No,
I still see the scar on my leg.
No, my dad. Listen,
but see, my mom tapped with a conversation.
Oh, see,
while
that's
I'm
what I'm
whooping
saying.
you, this is what you're doing wrong.
Absolutely.
This is how you're going to fix it.
I think they always talk when they're hitting you.
But it was a conversation. It was. I never left a whooping wondering what I did wrong.
Right.
Oh, you know what you're getting a whipping for sure.
Well, and then
I'm sure he knew too.
I might have questioned a couple
I'm sure
times.
he knew too, but like I said, it was just excessive.
And then sometimes.
No, I did too. Because I mean, I grew up in a house 4 boys, and it was never one of us. It was like. Because we never told on each other. So if we broke mommy's... You're right. If we broke...
We're not like that.
No.
Me and my cousins, we was like, oh no.
If we broke
we all got a whooping.
Right. If one of us broke mommy China, who broke it?
We all getting a whooping.
My mom like, y'all not going to tell each other? Line up.
Because mine
Not
would
line
never.
up.
Really?
Jamie.
Oh no. Why?
Oh, no.
They lined us up and said, you all finna get it then.
Oh, wow.
No.
We all we got. That's our slogan.
We roll for each
other.
Listen.
This is very telling.
Right.
I love my
cannot
brothers.
deal. Whether you like it or love it, that's what Instagram is saying to you. They're doing it anyway. So our quick mentions that we have is new Instagram has a new feature, and it's all about the likes. So they're taking away the likes on your post now if you choose to. They're testing it in a few places. But what do you guys think? Would you guys be okay with, switching off your likes? Because I think it does set a tone for, does it really matter how many people like your post as long as you're posting it?
I've got to a place where it doesn't matter how many likes I get. I'm going to post a damn picture. I like it.
Period.
And that's as long as I like it, then my crush like it, I'm happy.
That's the most important.
As long as he watch the story, that's all that
I always
matters.
see that. Okay, cool.
That's all that matters.
And if he don't, I'll repost it again. I'm just kidding.
But
Tag him.
I don't even think I'm mad at them not like taking away likes per se. I think it could possibly help us as a society.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering like, how is it going to change things? Like I remember when Instagram had the 15-second videos, then it came to 1 minute, then it became IGTV. Maybe it's just something that's going to grow and we'll figure it out.
Well, have y'all ever posted a picture you think it was bad?
We didn't get enough likes.
And didn't get enough likes.
Of course.
Did you and not feel some type of way? Like,
I mean, of course.
I think it just
because we have been
depends.
conditioned to feel that way. That's why the likes and stuff are there, because we trying to get approved from other people.
Yeah.
Well, see, and I'm gonna say this. I don't feel that way about it at all. I just be like, I post what I want, and if you like it, you don't. Because that's me. If I see some stuff that I don't like, I'm not gonna like it, even if it's from my closest friends. If I don't like it, I really genuinely just don't like that.
I'll just be scrolling like, oh
yeah.
and I don't even double tap. I don't even think.
And I think that it messes up the people who are creatives, because if you get a certain amount of likes or if you get a certain amount of views, then that is something that you can put on your resume, things like that.
Look at the percentages. Like Kim Kardashian has 150 million followers. Her pictures only average about 10% of that, like 10 million likes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. But that's the thing is, it's not always necessarily that people are not liking it. It's just people are seeing it, not liking it.
And the algorithm is
messed up. It is.
But
It is messed up.
let's also be real. There are a lot of people that pay for their followers and pay for their likes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this milestone to reach, but it's like you paid for it.
Well,
like,
but see,
so-
that's
I
I want my likes.
20,000 followers, but 200 likes. I'm like, okay, so you must pay.
Well,
for
see,
this.
I
you
want
can
my
always
stuff.
tell.
Yeah.
You can tell.
I want my stuff. Show me my stuff.
I think I'm curious to see what it's gonna be. I wasn't opposed to it. I wasn't surprised either, but I'm curious. Like you said, I want to see what it does to people.
I like
and
these
I feel
type
like
of
the
movements.
most, and I feel like the people that will be affected the most is the people, like you said, the creatives, the people that have that live off these likes. So
But
I
I'm
mean,
sure
they're
the
the ones probably
influencers.
panicking.
Well, it's us, y'all. We the creatives.
But that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
Instagram is gonna do something different.
well, I mean, we don't get paid to post. Though.
Yeah, like the
We
influencers.
will.
Well,
That's what
I mean,
I'm saying.
we will, but it's you know what I mean.
Girl,
It's
you
not
know
IG.
yourself. I'm not
I'm
paid
not
to
about to do
post.
it.
Okay, y'all, are you okay? We're not freaking advertisers. Y'all know what I'm saying,
Right.
Well, listen, we
Y'all
gonna
thousand
be getting the big
Exactly.
checks.
I'm
But
talking those
whoever,
people.
who else has a big check? We
get
running
me
out of time, y'all. Who else has a big check is Stephen A. Smith. He has a new 5-year contract.
He
that makes
negotiated
him,
that deal.
Yeah. Well, hey,
You gotta
he's a
negotiate.
bad man. Stephen A. Smith has a new 5-year contract that makes him ESPN's highest paid sportscaster with an annual salary of nearly $8 million per year.
Did y'all ever hear like the documentary on him?
Yes, we did. I wish we could get into it, but we ain't got that much time. time, y'all. So, but it moves. The sportscaster passed Mike Greenberg, whose annual salary was $6.5 million. So he was the previous highest paid, sportscaster, but he got bumped down. But so, do you guys? We only have 5 minutes left. Do y'all want to do retweet or delete, or do y'all want to do topic of the week?
Retweet. Oh no, topic. Topic. I thought
we can say the retweet for next week.
Okay,
sorry,
because we might honestly have to do a part 2 of topic. So let me know. But okay, so topic of the week, part 2. We gonna say. So
These
do
girls been
our
waiting on
sexual
this.
acts define our sexuality? Did y'all hear that? Do our sexual acts define our sexuality? So this topic comes from a couple of weeks back. Tank, the singer, went on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast and revealed that he feels a man is not gay just because he is sexually active with a man once or twice, saying it doesn't mean he's gay, it means he sucked blank twice. The art of being gay is being gay. It's a continuous state of being. So my first question, does sexual activity of any kind with the same sex / gender mean you aren't straight and or bi-curious?
I would say it would make you curious.
Okay.
I would definitely say it make you curious.
Okay.
Because something had to trigger you to say, I want that.
If you get aroused.
But I don't think that
How does it start?
once you meet that curiosity and you choose not to like it, you identify what you want to identify as.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the fair answer.
I'll go with your answer because I was gonna say the complete opposite, but
Okay. Then the next question: will you date a man or woman who has been sexually active with another sex or with the same sex and says, I don't really like it anymore? I know for me, I'm sorry, I would probably be like, no.
I didn't say that. Sierra said that.
No, I know.
Sierra
but the
said
same for
probably
you
not.
because I know in the gay community it's a big deal too being bi-curious.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not, or
a lot
being
of guys-
bisexual.
My 2 fiancés that I've had in this life so far, both of them were bi-curious men.
Okay.
They were both bisexual. They were bisexual. So one of them before me had 2 kids, and he was engaged, and the other one was engaged to a woman before me. So they were both bisexual men. I tend to attract a lot of bisexual men.
Why do you think?
I don't know. But
are you? Sorry if you don't want me to.
No, not no more.
Okay.
When I was
So wait, that's a whole nother. Wait, okay, finish your statement. We'll get into it. I know, right? That's so interesting. But go ahead.
yes, but I don't think that. I think that I forgot. I lost my train of thought.
Wait, so do you feel, so is it when a man says that he's bisexual, is that just the step 2 into getting into him being completely gay? A lot of people say that.
For some men, yeah, I think it was mine because it was mine because I hadn't explored men to like its full capacity. So I had an attraction for men. I hadn't explored it. I had attraction for women. I was having sex with women when I was like 17, 18. And then 19, I finally had sex with a man and was like, oh, I don't think I'm bi-curious anymore. I think I'm...
That's what I want. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Well, because that's how my friend was. He's gay, but he plays where he wants.
Yeah, I have friends like that.
Right. And
I feel like I know.
They
a lot
would
of people
marry
like
a
that,
man,
actually.
but they still enjoy sexual activities with women.
Right.
I think there's a double standard too, like with women. Like I feel like stories I hear about women who has said like they've gone down on a girl or they've had a girlfriend, but it was a phase. Whereas men, it's like ain't no phase. It's like once they're bisexual and you've done something with a man, you're gay.
That's it.
And that's how we feel about it.
But I feel like that double standard is on your side.
Well, right.
As women.
Right. We impose that on y'all.
Yeah, y'all project that on the man. Because
but so do men. Y'all do
Men
it to
do it.
yourselves.
I feel like men do it.
But that's
way
because
worse.
that's toxic or
what you mean?
homophobia.
Like, to other men?
Yeah, men to other men, yeah.
But I think it's projected from y'all mainly, though, because I feel like as the
Well,
majority
I can see it.
cousins,
Because we're the ones dating
friends...
y'all.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
But if you guys had ever went down on a woman and told your boyfriend or somebody you're dating, they're more likely going to say, oh, okay, and move past it. It means
Well,
nothing
and
to
also
them.
that's the double
like it.
standard.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, ooh,
Well, but
really?
see, not
Yeah.
on men because not on men. I've met men before that are just like, nah, like I'm not into that at all.
Right.
They must have got that
Been
girl
with another
stolen by another
girl.
girl.
Right.
Oh wow, I haven't seen that one.
Listen, we gotta open up the spectrum of
That's a
sexuality.
2%.
Everybody ain't
Also-
into everybody everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, some people are bi-curious.
And also, like, kids. When I'm like seeing young kids, I've seen young girls kiss each other. You know, I've seen young kids under the age of 5 kiss each other, whether they're the same sex or different sex. It is not that it's a good or a bad thing, but it is so normal to see kids do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
is
all right, well,
it?
stop. Yes.
No, I agree
Yes.
with Jamie. I've seen it. I agree with
Kiss
Jamie.
each other in a romantic way,
Well,
or just
they-
kissing
no,
each other
not
to
all.
love.
You have to remember, like,
They
a
don't know,
child's
though.
mindset.
Yeah, they don't
They
know,
like
yeah.
to watch Disney movies. They see people kissing.
They don't
You
know.
know, I've seen it more than once
People
where I've
probably
seen
catch
2
the
boys
late night
kiss.
little shows.
I've seen 2
Good night.
girls kiss.
Good night.
And also
I know what you're
people
talking about.
like straight women, it is a fact that a lot of straight women watch lesbian porn. Like, I don't know a lot of straight women that watch like completely heterosexual straight porn. A lot of times it's lesbian.
So y'all, so Tank saying this about it's okay for a man to have his genitals sucked. Is that how did that feel about it? Like
absolutely not.
I
think you're gay.
I guess you kind of just made us right. I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
I do. I think you're gay.
At 40, if you met a guy that was 40 years old, he said, "Oh, in college at 20,
Nah.
I
You
tried
got
it one
hard.
time."
College?
You got hard.
You grown.
Alpha of a man.
So,
I
wait,
can see
wait.
this at middle
You
school.
are gay. It just wasn't that like.
Why does that make you gay? Why is that not by
We've all had a bad kiss.
Because
Why is that
I
not
think,
by
honestly,
We all
curiosity?
had a bad kiss.
But why is that
you
not
gotta
by
find your
curiosity?
one.
he got okay.
That's by
you have a good
curiosity.
point. That is by curious, but I like you said, you're right. That's what you're right. We are right. We as women, if you have a penis, you're gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
not
not
saying
you're
you're
getting
getting-
the picture.
You're getting
So
aroused.
why are you putting him
So
in the
he
gay
is
parking
bi-
spot when he's
No,
bi
I won't
curious?
say gay. You're bi.
He's bi. He's bi
You're
for
bi.
sure.
But he
He's
hasn't had a
hard
he has had a guy in 20 years. He tried it once.
It
they
don't
liked
matter. You already
You
did it.
are
So
aroused
you're
off of a man.
Bi for life?
And how do I know
You
you
bi for
remember
life.
your
Yeah,
back
no, but I think
Bi
it's
for life.
no for a woman too. It's the same for a woman. If she tries it one time, to me, you're bi as
Let's
a
pick
woman.
this up next week.
Okay, so we're gonna do part 2. Unfortunately, we have to go. We gotta wrap. You know,
gotta
Josh is giving us
say.
the wrap it up sign. But thank you guys so much. It's been an amazing show. My name is Rocky Harris. You can find me on all social media at Raquel Harris TV.
And I'm Jamie. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jamie Gray or on Instagram at Jamie Gray, JAIMI.
Yes, and I'm Sierra Stafford. You can find me on my Instagram at Sierra Stafford TV or my Twitter at Sierra B Stafford.
It's your boy Jay Lamar. You can find my gay ass on all social media platforms at I am Jay Lamar.
Okay, listen.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.